Be a good little fella now and open the door.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Well, 24 days left. Come on, get out of there, you. Select them permanently. There we go. Oh, good, you've made it to my new marathon, A New Remake. And today we're looking at the Dr. Seuss adaptation of How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Or preferably, if you prefer the promotional title, or at least the UK title and Australia title of the film, The Grinch. Which, I actually do prefer that title the most. But anyways, here's my thoughts on this remake of one of Dr. Seuss's greatest classics, The Grinch. Per se, I really do love this special. I remember having this tape when I was a kid, and overall, it really is interesting to see, the many differences between both the books, the animated short, and its live-action adaptation. The Grinch in this is played by Jim Carrey, one of my favorite actors, who is in films like Dumb and Dumber, The Mask, and The Truman Show, and Liar Liar and the Cable Guy. This is absolutely, at least mixed against a few people. There are some that say it's good, others say it's bad, and a whole bunch of people say it's a guilty pleasure. Which, the more I think about it, I do see myself saying that this film is in fact a guilty pleasure. It's sort of like taking, I believe, probably 30 or 40 minutes of additional time to the original film, more like the original animated short, and just saying, here you go, this is the live action version of The Grinch. And of course this is the first time Hollywood realized that you could actually adapt Dr. Seuss into a movie series. The Grinch, when I was young, I used to see the beginning of it every time, but I never got past that. I think I was young, I was more used to the animated version by Chuck Jones, and with Boris Karloff doing the narration, as well as the voice of the Grinch. But to be quite honest, the one appealing thing about this special is obviously Jim Carrey and that amazing makeup, and the fact that the score is written by James Horner. You know, the guy who did the score for one of my all-time favorite films, The Land Before Time. The score for this movie is absolutely perfect, and like I said, the makeup is amazing. If I remember right, I think this film won the award for the most perfect makeup for the best makeup. I mean, Jim Carrey, let's look at the makeup on this guy, and if you ever see the movie, he could actually be one with it. And I'm surprised that it really failed in the next Dr. Seuss movie adaptation, The Cat in the Hat. He was expressive enough, and it doesn't mean he was bad, but at least for all that makeup, he could allow his expressions to go through. The Cat in the Hat live-action film, it's just like he has got one of two emotions: better smile and happy I crap my pants. But of course, it has the idea that a lot of their characters have upper lips, per se. You could get away with that in animation, perfectly fine. Prime examples is the animated Dr. Seuss short, The Cat in the Hat. Cindy Lou Who was perfect in the live-action film for the upper lips. Not well for, any of the other characters, or probably say Thing 1 and Thing 2 from the live-action Cat in the Hat adaptation, but it still really holds very well to this day as one of my guiltiest of guilty pleasures. And of course, more importantly, I think if I didn't rediscover this film, when it basically airs every year on ABC Family's 25 Days of Christmas, which is actually starting now, it certainly is a reason that I can say right now that this adaptation of The Grinch is personally a guilty pleasure. So there's at least one, so we've got got 3 or more adaptations to take a look at. mainly the majority of them are versions of A Christmas Carol, but you'll probably see what the next one is tomorrow. So with that said, I'm the Ferbguy, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for a new episode of 28 Days of Christmas, a new remake. More like a new Christmas Carol.